Mike, what's going on, man? What do we have today?
What do we have here today? We have a Nucanoe U10 that we have up here in the shop. It's actually a shop demo, but I can give you a quick walkthrough of this thing. With this thing being 10-10, 10 foot, 10 inches long, 41 inches wide, pretty much 80 pounds without the seat. And then you have the tarpon drainage system with this one, which is awesome because you know all the kayaks that we have, like the Nucanoe Unlimited, the U-Max, the Flint, all running the tarpon drainage system. And of course for this one right here, just like all the other, say U-Max, the Unlimiteds, and the U10s, have the transducer area where you can run the transducer retract system that we have.
TRS system.
The TRS system, exactly. And then of course, with all of our kayaks come with the Fusion 360 seat, allowing you to swivel that bad boy 360. And of course with this, you can run this as a tandem, you can run this as a single, or you can run this as a, you know, having two adults and a dog or kid. But running to the back here, you have pretty much the tracks running all the way to the back. This track here, you're running pretty much almost a 52-inch track, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll go back and edit that. But yes, full track from front and back. And then of course in the stern, you have the rear hatch to allow you to really store some things in there.
What do people usually put in there?
Normally, I actually have a red drop-in bag that I can put my storage inside of it to keep it dry. I mean, it stays dry anyways. But allows you to run storage, runs, you know, whatever you want in there. And then of course on the sides here, you got two flush mount rod holders. And then on the sides here, we've actually added something new to the U10, is we've added pretty much bigger drop-ins where you can drop your rod reels in there, so it allows your rod butts to actually kind of sit down. And of course these horizontal flush rods stages right here are perfect for running the river. So it allows you to lay your rods down, you know, as you're down, you know, paddling or going under, you know, under trees or anything like that. And yes, allows you to even run a full decking kit on here, so sound dampening, everything. But everything's real modular with this, as you can see with some of the other builds that we do. This is about as plain as you can get it, or you can make it as extravagant as you want it to be with two motors, two screens, you know, batteries front and back, or you can keep it as simple as the way it is and just paddle it, you know.
So how many sacrificial plates do you get on here?
So with the HD access plates, you have about 3 of these, so 1 in the bow and then 2 in the side, so it allows you to either run electronics or anything internally or on the side. So especially if you're running like a bow mount with this one, allows you to run the HD wiring harness from front to back, plug and play. So everything I say in this kayak is pretty modular, allowing you to do so much without having to actually physically drill into the kayaks. So, you know, some of the guys in the research and development team from Nucanoe really sat back and thought about, you know, putting this into play because, you know, just having things lay out where they need to be, whether the catch boards or where the fish finder, electronics, wiring needs to be, just where it's thought and laid out. It's a very, very thought out kayak. And to me, it's been a growing throw and go kayak without having to do much with it. So
I mean,
yeah,
so much track space on it. I mean, I think this is the most track space I've seen on a 10-foot kayak. Man.
It's very modular, so it allows you to, yeah, I mean, you don't need to run extra tracks really anywhere. I mean, honestly, you know, now, you know, you have so many track mount accessories, you know, allows you to run it on these track mounts, you know, without having to add tracks to it. Because you got to remember,
for the people who've never seen a Nucanoe before, what is this hole right here?
So this little hole right here, that little hole, it actually helps run the pretty much your stern mount from the e-propulse. Cut that back out. This is to help run your quick connect system. So the Nucanoe comes with an EPS system. Either you can run a foot steer or a handle steer, and then you run your mount here, and it allows it to pretty much put it's like a washer spacer in there, and then it runs that, so you have a 3-point mounting place versus, you know, 1 point from the original. So. Yeah, and then, yeah, pretty much that makes it more rigid, and then you can probably zoom back or zone out into like this motor mount.
Yeah, let's go over there and look at it.
I mean, you record on.
Yeah, just record.
But yeah, I mean, you can't really see from behind here, but I'll go ahead and remove it from behind. So this is one of the plates that you take out, but behind that is that washer plate that keeps, you know, pretty much stable and rigid. So you got 1, 2, and 3 mounting places for your quick connect system to put any motorizations you want to choose to put on here.
I got to experience this on your UMAX, and
Yeah.
I absolutely love this system. I'll tell you what. So this is actually the same kayak, y'all. Now this one's rigged out for a customer that he did, and this is something that personally I think is really amazing. It's a throw and go kayak for sure. So this thing is pretty light, and having it paired up with what do you put, a 300 or a 180 on there?
I'm running currently a NK300 on there right now, but we are pushing, something crazy right now. We're going with the new E-Propulsion K Lite series right now that you're going to see soon.
That's nice.
And yeah.
I mean, look at this, y'all. First off, I think anybody who gets one, please, this gear pod, super necessary. I mean, it doesn't look that big until you open it up. If you don't want to drill holes in your kayak, you could literally put your lighting system right here, your yak power in there, your battery, first aid kit. There's room for so much stuff. And then if you want to also have your screen wired to it, look, dude, you can have it dead center in front of you.
Yep.
That's amazing. And then,
the best dashboard you can have.
yeah, man. I mean, I personally ordered one myself.
So yeah, you can see from the plain Jane U10 that we saw over there in the Hazard Orange, where there was really just seat and kayak, and then you have this one that's fully rigged out to where you have the gear pod, the foot steering, the foot steering propulsion system. You want to say propulsion, but anyways, but yeah, you got the quick connect propulsion system here, and then you have the HD pulley system down. All
right. So Mike didn't spend too much time talking about this, but this is kind of like a small star of the show right here. This is called the Fusion Side. What is this called, Mike? This is called the Fusion Side.
So this is the Fusion Side tray, and then you have the throttle plate as well that goes on any pretty much motor that has throttles. So
that makes it super convenient because, as you can see, it's not on the side. You don't have to worry about hitting it or anything like that. I threw that off. But no, this is the awesome part. Even if you don't want to put your NK300 thing right there,
yeah, just take this off.
You could just take it off.
Yep,
look,
just take this off right here and just slide this off.
And you think that the Yak Attack Cup Holder Pro is an absolute scam. Just get one of these. You can put your pliers in here, hooks, baits. I mean, this thing.
You're not a cup holder guy, but you need pliers to place your pliers. Here you go. The Fusion Side Tray. Fusion Side Tray is your choice.
Also, if you have a camera mount and you want it to follow you in the POV, you could honestly put it to your side. I mean, I personally think that would be. As long as you're not putting it on your dominant side where you're casting, you'll be fine. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. I mean, this is the modularity that Nucanoe carries, and it's awesome that we got to see one plain Jane over there, and then we get to come back and see one that's been rigged out. And this is pretty like basic rigging as well. Like
I'd say basic. I mean, it's simple. It's simple. It's plug and play. Easy for customer to use, easy to troubleshoot. So with that being said, that's why it's easy to show a customer that's never been in a kayak that's motorized or anything like that. So it allows them to really get it dialed in and really know the products without having to feel uncomfortable doing it. So having a simple build, I call it simple build, nothing overly extravagant. Plug and play allows them to really feel comfortable and have fun on the water longer instead of being stressed out and trying to get things working all the time. So, but yeah.
2 questions, Mike. So how often do people actually run tandem on a 10-foot?
More than you think. Just because of the way how people are minimalist these days, I have people rooftop these. They rooftop, and then it's easier to rooftop one kayak and 2 seats in the car versus a kayak that's 13 and a half feet long. But it's easy. This one's easy to tandem. I've tandemed with me and my wife on this at a private lake. I've actually even been to Lanier with this.
Standing on it pretty easy?
Standing while she's fishing. It's pretty stable. Real stable, real comfortable. I mean, of course, everybody once in a while may have some shaky knees here and there, but that's something to overcome when you're on the water. And having a vessel like this makes it easy for you to overcome those fears, because stability equals confidence, and confidence keeps you on the water a lot longer.
Also, if somebody wanted to get a plain Jane one like that, not do any modifications to it, how much is that running for?
Right there, this one is right at $16.99 right now. And of course, with the cool thing about customer service in Nucanoe is you get lifetime parts. When I say lifetime parts, if they're actually, let's say, a handle or something broke, cracked, something may happen, shoot them an email. They're gonna send you another one of these handles replaced. These guys are great out there, customer service. Blake and the crew out there are amazing. And when you call customer service, you actually may get the owner himself. So that's very rare to find that in some businesses, you know what I mean? So with that being said, like, yes, customer service is next to none. When you need parts, you know, accessories, something goes wrong with the kayak, you know, there's gonna be issues. You know, regardless where it may be from the start or from during or from the end, there's going to be some issues, you know, that may arise. So guess what? Give us a shout, give us a call, and all you do is just literally reach out, and you'll get a no unless you ask. So reach out. You know, customer service is next to none. So
last question, we'll get out of here. That one right there. If someone wanted to rig it up like that,
yeah.
Around what ballpark? You can't give an exact number, but around what ballpark?
Actually, the kayak itself, the motor, the battery, the full setup right here, you're looking right around $5,000.
$5,000.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
so
good.
The motor, the battery, the accessories, the foot steering kit, plug and play. It looks very simple, right? But it's a fully motorized kayak now that it can take you on the water for days. And on top of that, it's simple and clean.
Something to think about. $5,000. That sounds like a lot, right? But if you're going to motorize a kayak, you need to get the idea that it's going to cost super cheap, unless you're doing a lot of do-it-yourself kind of jobs and stuff like that. Even then, you're still going to come around a $3,000 price point after you get all the parts and everything you need, and you're going to go through the hard labor of putting all that together. And this is simplified. I mean, $5,000 really not that bad when you think about it. I mean, for example, this Native Titan. $3,800 right here. Once you put the motor and everything on, you're looking at about $6,000-7,000, depending on what battery you go with, what motor you go with. I mean, it could even be more than that, $8,000. So when you look at this cost effectiveness, you could throw it in rivers, you could do whatever you want with it. I mean, the weight capacity is pretty nuts on this thing for how big it is. Yeah, it's worth it. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you all enjoyed Mike.
Love you guys.